As they say, the last option is agree and disagree simultaneously. Some people call that straddling the fence. And sometimes that's the most honest approach you can make. You really don't know for sure. There are good arguments on both sides. Increasingly in our society, that has become polarized society we have. That has become an option that most people don't even consider. Another classic way of thinking about this is as on the one hand I agree, on the other hand I don't. It's kind of like a seesaw. Most of the time, you're going to have an imbalance here, and you'll agree more than you disagree. Occasionally, you get people on the same end of the teeter-totter that weigh about the same, and it's a kind of a balanced argument. Some people find that unsatisfying, but in an academic argument, I don't think it's necessarily precluded. So how do you use a template to say one or the other? Well, here's a good one here. Although I agree with X up to a point about de-extinction, I cannot accept his overriding assumption that blank. That we owe life to animals that we have killed off. Or if you want to go the other way, you can say, although I disagree with much of what X says about de-extinction, I fully endorse his final conclusion that we owe it to animals that we have killed off to bring them back. And as the authors say, the first one of those options above is the yes but move, and the other one is the second one is a no but move. And here are some other examples of these. Although I concede that the extinction, we have a moral obligation to bring back animals from extinction, I still insist that not all animals should come back. Or I still insist that we not include humans in that. That might be one thing you talk about. X is right that de-extinction is a bad move. But she seems on more dubious ground when she claims that that we should also not bring back human beings, clone them. These are all possible templates to use when you're not sure. You want to both agree and disagree, but you want to put the emphasis in slightly different places. Another template you might use is the I'm of two minds view of things. Especially if you're dealing with something that is particularly challenging and you're not sure where you stand. And it also allows you to be fair, or at least to appear fair, in that you are weighing both sides of the argument. And by saying that you're not sure, you leave the way open for either one. Remember, when you are doing an argument paper, you have to do a lot of summarizing. You got to sum up a lot of stuff. You have to sum up those you agree with and those you disagree with. And you have to put them in an order that makes sense for your argument. Sometimes it's almost like putting together a short scene in a play, and it has a certain dramatic structure. And we'll talk about that in class on Monday.